So hi guys, this is Robert from the InsideSalesGuy.com. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite qualities with successful salespeople. So for me, one of the things I believe that successful salespeople do different than all other types of salespeople is their ability to constantly focus on prospects where there is a high propensity to make a sale. So that means that for some reason the good guys or the good salespeople are really skilled in figuring out fairly quickly, is this a customer that will actually end up buying this solution? You know, is this a customer where I can create value and actually make a sale? Or is this one of those customers where we just have a lot of interest from both parties, but where we never really end up getting over there? And one of the things that I've experienced that great salespeople do very, very well is the ability to get the no quickly if it ends up being a no either way, right? So let me try to explain. So an example could be this. I've seen this with my sales guys many times, right? They call up a prospect and the prospect's saying, that sounds super interesting. You know, let's set up a meeting. I'd love to hear more. So they set up a meeting. On the meeting, they ask a couple of questions. They do a full presentation on company values. What do we do? How do we do it? And the customer afterwards would be something like, that looks awesome. I really like that product. Would it be possible for me to see it in action? Can we do a demo? So you go on, you schedule a demo, you spend another hour, you're demoing the platform, showing all of these awesome capabilities, all of the cool stuff you can do, and the customer really rings. He's like, it's a great product. I really like that one. But I need to test it out so I can see that it works, in my environment. And the sales guy will be like, yeah, perfect. We're going to set up this trial and this pilot. And then afterwards, when you have tested it out, we'll take it from there. And the customer will be like, yeah, that's perfect. I'll just test it out and then I'll be ready to buy. And he tests it out for 30 days. And, the sales guy or salesperson trying to get back to him and get a hold of him. At the end of the 30 days, when you have that conversation, the prospect will be like, I didn't really have the time to prioritize this. I'm sorry, but if you can just extend the pilot a little bit, then I'll get you. We'll test it out and we'll make this work. So you extend the pilot, and when you get a hold of the prospect after the next 2 weeks or whatever the extension period is, the prospect will be like, yeah, we looked at it, we tested it, but we don't have the budget. I'm sorry, thank you very much for your time. Right? So this is not an uncommon sales process. This is not at all uncommon for many salespeople to experience this. I've met many salespeople who tried this, who are truly frustrated, who felt that they were doing everything right. I'm giving great meetings, great presentations, great pilot of the product. I'm doing everything right all the way through, except asking the right questions, right? So how can you avoid wasting all the time? So you waste time doing the meeting, you waste time doing the pilot, you waste time doing the demo and setting up the pilot. You waste time trying to communicate with the prospect, sending emails during the pilot, making sure everything runs smoothly, having your engineering department, setting up the pilot. All of that stuff is waste of time if it don't end up in a place where you can truly create some value for this prospect, right? So how can we avoid this? In this case, fairly simple, right? Dear Mr. Prospect, do you have budget to acquire a solution like this? No. Okay, well, here we go. So what will it take in order for you to get budget? Is that even possible to get budget? Yeah, it might be. We would need to build an amazing business case. Okay, that sounds super interesting. So how would that business case look like? What kind of benefits do we need to prove that we can add to your organization in order for you to be comfortable moving forward with an investment like this? Then you could have that type of dialogue, right? But you would know straight up that you don't have to spend a lot of time doing the meeting, doing the demo, setting up the pilot, because in the end, they don't have budget. Right? So there's a couple of different questions that it makes a lot of sense to ask very early in the process. And this is something I see as a common denominator for most of the very successful salespeople that I've met. Their ability to very early go into the customer and challenge them a little bit. Say, do you have budget? Is this something that you're going to acquire? Is this something that you're going to buy? Like really going to buy? That we're not just looking at for the fun of it and looking at the new gadgets that's out there, but is this something that you really believe can improve your business? And doing that has, two significant advantages. One, you save a lot of time and you become much more efficient because you stop working on deals that are not going to get there and you start working on deals that have a high propensity to get there. And secondly, you're going to look really credible to the prospects, right? If you have the credibility to go in and say, hey, dear Mr. Prospect, I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time either. So let's make sure that we ask all the hard questions up front. And if you and I agree after a short conversation that we are actually fairly close, or that we actually have something we can work forward with, that you have your budget, this is something where you have some pains, you have something where we can actually improve your business, you believe that it carries a value for you, and you believe that if we can do something that solves this pain, that you'll be willing to invest in a solution like this, then you can go and spend the time. Then you can go in and prove how you do that stuff. So always get the no quickly. Questions, anything? Shoot me an email. Talk to you. Bye.